future home of Super Bowl 56. There's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. More from L.A. in a moment. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. His throw incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And Jared Cook's been doing this for a lot of years, the last 2 in New Orleans. The Chargers turned to him after losing Hunter Henry to New England in free agency, and they made a nice decision.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Herbert now. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better than they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Las Vegas.
Now a play fake. Carr.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Here's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week.
And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And this is Cook with the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Chargers 3.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Goal at the Raiders' 9-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Chargers 10. Raiders 7.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On play action, now Carr. Fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Joey Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Now Carr. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. This goes out wide for Drake. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Carr. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw there complete to Ruggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine, ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that's speed in evidence there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. This is caught, it's Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The Chargers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Carr now on first down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Oh, so fighting through, and he's got space. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
21, Chargers 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Herbert off of play action. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. And complete, right side to Cook. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice gain of 21 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. Throw left side complete. That's Roberts. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Justin Herbert with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 4.
17.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It got his man complete. How did he stay on his feet? And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
28, Chargers 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Screen pass to Lindsey. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this caught left side by the tight end Parham. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown. Jared Cook. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 4. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Carr now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down now, it's Jacobs, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. To throw, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is recovered by the Chargers. So what a turnaround to begin this second half. A touchdown and then the fumble recovery in quick succession.
It certainly feels like whatever was said at the half, it certainly struck the right chord, because they've come out with a lot more fire here in this third quarter. Down 2 scores at the half. Now they're right back in this thing with a chance to capitalize right here.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A handoff, it's Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Herbert. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky.
There he goes right side. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And that is where Darren Waller really excels. He led all NFL tight ends in yards after the catch in 2020. Another nice effort here.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch. But he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. And this is Cook with the grab. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. For Justin Herbert, we saw the big arm in his days at Oregon, of course. Saw it even more in his rookie season with the Chargers. And if anything, it appears to just continue to get stronger. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he will find his man Ruggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 36 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year, missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's going to air one out. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Guyton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
37.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. We'll see a return here from the end zone.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw is Carr. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Herbert off of play action. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man here. It's Roberts. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check in. Check in. Focus, defense. Focus. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Hey, check back 34. White 34.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. And complete right side to Cook. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Guyton, 39 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing now is Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
The Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr connecting with Renfro. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are in the field?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Carr to throw. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield. But they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Carr. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yep.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Throwing his Carr. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.